Okay. Yeah, keep the sticks rolling. Hey, bitch, I be hunt me and money got tied. She come in steps, but I'm never surprised. I don't know, trust him, they all go for size.
Big dog.
Gang,
We're back
gang.
again. Finally, dog. It's been 3 weeks, G. It's been 3 weeks of
4
no
weeks, dog.
footy
3 or
chats.
4 weeks, ne?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I checked our last recording. It said 3 weeks, so it's been three
Oh,
weeks.
damn, yeah.
You've been good, though.
Yeah, I've been good, dog. I've been good. And the 3 weeks, obviously, it's just mainly due to me taking leave and going to Joburg and, just clearing my mind fit and stuff. And I came back nicely refreshed and I'm ready to kick on again. How are you, Fit?
Yeah, my. Nah, I'm okay, bro. Can't complain. Life's been easy. I guess the football side of things, with my team has been up and down and down and up, so
Yeah.
it is what it is, homie. It
I
is what it is.
see I
But
see you out there with a mustache, Malayam. You look like I'm a
yeah,
machismo
man,
from Mexico.
yeah, viva la raza. But check, I saw you were out at the Augusto Palacios Academy. How was that experience, homie?
It was good, Fit. Luckily, I have a cousin who coaches at the Augusto Palacios Academy. For those who don't know,
Yeah,
Augusto Palacios in South African football is quite a big deal. He used to coach the Orlando Pirates, and he once head up the academy as well. But every time I'm in Joburg, I get a chance to go observe, training sessions and football games, and just see what I can apply back home to my football club, Mountain FC. But it's a good
yeah.
experience, Fit.
And the last one, how's the boys' quality, G? Like in terms of like the play.
I mean, you do get some boys who are like of high potential, and then you get those who are not so good technically. Yeah, but luckily for Inatsik or Palacios, anyone can join, but they do have a development team. So the development side are for your high potential boys. So all those boys who are quite on a high level technically comparing to their teammates or age mates, they get to join that group, and then they also play a different league to the academy. Yeah, but yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Easy, my G. But yeah, man, glad to be speaking football again. It's the Formation Show. I don't even know what episode because the last time I said with episode 40 something, turns out
Dog,
we're in the 30s.
nah, I
But
think
it's okay.
it's fine. We'll see. I think we're 36 though.
Yeah, but also quickly, guys, if you guys are new to the show or new to the channel, please hit the like button first and then subscribe. But also, shout out to the love we've been getting on the social media platforms, Twitter, IG, as well as TikTok. We've seen that
TikTok,
TikTok is the wave now.
never slow. We're out here on TikTok. We're
We're
out
out
here.
there. We're out there. TikTok is the wave. But yeah, big dog. With no further ado, let's get into the show, dog.
I'm ready.
Because we haven't spoke Premier League in a long time. Sunday was I guess the I don't even know, bro. What I was watching on Sunday was between Man United and Chelsea. Um,
Yeah,
for me, for me, my G, I knew that we're not gonna get a great performance because it's still the same players. I mean, there's that bounce now where I guess the fans wanted the manager out and he's
mm,
out, but ultimately still the same players. And
yeah,
Ruud van Nistelrooy hasn't really changed much. I know we won. We beat Leicester
yeah.
5-2, I think, in the League Cup, and then obviously Chelsea are a better quality side, so they were gonna give us trouble. But yeah, man, let me ask you, bro, that game. What did you find or
For,
see in
for,
that game, my G? Wait, sorry. Especially since maybe you were scouting there because the next week you're gonna play them this coming week.
yeah, definitely, Fit. But firstly, Fit, I was laughing, I was giggling when you were talking because Uvenesero kills me, Fit. That guy kills me. He's been acting like the manager since the day he got to United as assistant coach, Fit. Everything he does
Yeah,
is what the main guy on the hot seat does, Fit. The way he hugs the players, he goes towards the Stratford end and claps for the fans. Yeah. Like just the way he carries himself, Fit. Unchita has been gunning for the head coach position for a long time. But yeah, unfortunately for him, Ruben got the position. But the game overall, it was a dull game, dog. I feel like both teams wasted chances. Um, United definitely had some chances as well, even after Chelsea scored. You've had the chances, couple of fast breaks or counter attacks, but due to certain players not being able to outpace defenders or dribble quick enough with the ball at the feet, like players like
Make the right
Uzerkson.
choice as well.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
the final ball was missing as well, man. Because I feel like it's a game that United could have won. Funny enough, it's as boring as it is, but I feel like United could have won that game. Because Chelsea nowadays, obviously, Chelsea is all about just moving the ball, being patient on the ball, and building up your ball slowly. Getting or players like Augusto inside or Reece James
Rhys
inside,
James.
inverting. Yeah, well, obviously he started on the left back position, but I feel like United could have won this game. Um, no one really caught my eye in the game. Um, but Garnacho, dog, hey, I don't know what's wrong with that guy, man. Like he has he has this tendency of trying to play hero ball. Yeah, well, he wants to
Mm.
be the guy that grabs the headlights, but it shouldn't be like that, Faith. He'll get his time. In the meantime, you should just learn to play with the team. Yeah, well, play those balls in for the strikers, for him, because now you'll be in that position and you'll want someone to pass to you so that you can score and grab the headlines. Because
Yeah, I,
assists, dog, they count just as much as goals for him. Because without your assist, the player doesn't score. You understand that you are told
especially,
since under 11 already. Those are the basics of football. You
especially,
understand?
especially that it's a team game, bro. You don't play. It's not tennis where you play
It's
alone,
not
bro. You know.
tennis. It's not tennis. You should stop like trying to be Ronaldo. Feel like be your own guy, be your own player. Be yourself. You understand?
I was about to say, you're trying to be like his idol, just a
Too
bit too
much.
much, you know. Yeah, but like you said in that game, bro, we had chances, ne? And like you said, we could have won that game. Funny enough, bro, going into that game, I knew we weren't gonna lose, especially at Old Trafford,
Mm,
especially with the way the season's going.
yeah,
Not because we are better than Chelsea. No, at this current moment, I'll hold my hand up and say maybe if that game was played at Stamford Bridge or in the final, we would have lost that game. But it was at Old Trafford, especially now with these guys trying to, I guess, play for the badge, you know, quote
mm,
unquote. But bro, I don't know, man. Like when I watch United, then I watch other teams. There's no patterns of play, bro.
yeah,
Do you understand?
mm,
There's no form. There's no structure. It just seems like a group of 11 men are put on the pitch on a
just playing,
Saturday or
just
Sunday
vibes.
and say play. And you spoke about Chelsea legendary, né? Chelsea um, in the games we've seen, right, having
Mm,
possession and a style and and a way
yeah,
they do things. But I think in that game they kind of played into the United game because we
yeah,
thrive off chaos. Even the chances that United created was off the fast break where they were basically playing our game. It almost without remember the last game we played against Chelsea was they had the bridge when we lost against them. I think 4-3 or something like that, or
mm,
4-3-2, something like that.
yeah,
Yeah, it felt a lot. It felt a lot like that, but the teams didn't have the cutting edge this time around. You know, it's very dirty, dull as well. You know, I don't
yeah.
even know what the midfield was doing. Both midfields, bro, because the impact hashtag the impact of Cole Palmer wasn't seen at all, bro. You know,
Hey,
it felt like United were playing with 10 men and Chelsea as well because Cole Palmer was anonymous and then Ugarte as well. I know he's a defensive midfielder, but wow, bro,
yeah.
he, what I saw out there, bro,
I think
was
I think that guy,
yeah.
Ugarte, is another pressing trigger. Fit. Yeah, that guy, yeah. He's so paired with the ball. Fit. Yeah,
He is
I
clean.
get it's a destroyer, but damn, Fit, you're a midfielder. For the next say, at least like you must be able to hold on to the ball. At least make those basic 5 foot passes. Don't try anything flashy. Um, but he seems to
But
buckle under pressure on the
this
ball.
thing, bro, of being this thing of being a destroyer, it's not the 1990s or 2000s now, bro. You understand? You got to
Yeah,
give more in this football, bro.
yeah,
Like I don't know, man. Like I don't want to be always picking on this player or like feeling like I'm picking on him, but I'm not sold at all, bro. I'm not sold at all. But yeah, it is what it is. But did any player in that game like catch your eye? No player really caught my eye, but I wanna shout
Same
out
here, dog.
Casemiro. He had a decent game out of,
Yeah,
I guess, all the players. He was the one that had the
yeah.
decent game. For
He
me,
wasn't
that
so
is.
bad, fit. And you know how I am towards Casemiro, but in that game I felt like it's a type of game that he loves. Yeah, but no,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
no, no, not much playing. Just getting the job done, destroying whatever's in front of him. You understand? Stopping counterattacks. It felt like I was watching a bit of the 2018, 2017 Casemiro, and but we all know that he's not the future of that midfield. But yeah,
yeah.
it did its job on Sunday, and that's all you can ask for from your midfielders. Understand? But other than that, fair to nah, no one fair to Cole Palmer as well. The world class player. Uh, uh, how like dog like this player fair to like his PR. It's on another level. Fair. No one is talking about him having to prove himself on the bright lights of the European football. No one talks about him having to prove himself against the Big Six because we all know that his record against the Big Six is quite poor. But again, it was proven at Old Trafford. He did 4 goals in the game. But again, we're gonna have, you know, the London Cowboys talking about Cole Palmer being the best player in the league and being top 5 players in the world currently. But yeah, like, hey, man, we all saw what happened on Sunday, and we're about to see the same thing happen on this coming weekend as well when they play against Arsenal at the Bridge.
But my question there is, what do you make of their midfield duo now? Obviously, they dropped, or it seems like they've been dropping Enzo Fernandez, the vice captain,
Yeah.
for Lavia and Caicedo. What is
Oh,
that? Do you think Lavia and Caicedo is the best
let,
option going forward?
let, let me be fair. Let me be fair. Let me be fair. I forgot about this one actually. Caicedo had a good game. That's the best game
Yeah,
I've
he
seen
did. He
from
did. He did.
Caicedo ever since he joined Chelsea. And for me, deservedly, he was the man of the match for that game. I forgot about that one. So sorry, Chelsea fans, but that guy, that's his best performance since he joined Chelsea, and hopefully, give it to like he'll be able to carry on those type of performances. It seems like he works quite well with Lavia. If Lavia can perform like that every single game, like how he did at Old Trafford, because he wasn't bad either, I'll probably give him a 7.5 out of 10. I don't see Enzo Fernandez coming back into the team, even though he's captain. I don't see Enzo Fernandez coming back into the team. Obviously, he'll get game time, but him starting over Lavia and Casado, I don't see it, dog.
Yeah. Nah, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Is that their best midfield pairing? Because now there's a bit of Enzo PR on like social media where he must come back, because apparently he's got more of an attacking impact on the side. They seem to play the ball a bit better when he's
Yeah,
on the pitch. But I think it's a better midfield duo because when you have Enzo there, it becomes easy to run through as well because he's not
yeah,
the
yeah,
fastest guy or the most physical, and doesn't really do much defensively, on the defensive end.
yeah.
But yeah,
And also, like
that
you see,
yeah,
Lavia has legs, dog. That guy has legs. He can cover
yeah,
up ground quite quick. Yeah. And we've seen Lavia
no,
dominate a midfield of Arsenal. I think it was 2 seasons ago when he was at Southampton
mm,
and they were playing at the Emirates. That's where I saw Lavia. But okay, I know this kid can ball fit, and he has a bright
yeah,
future
no.
ahead of him.
Everyone knew he had a future fit to like everyone wanted Lavia, when he
Yeah.
was out of Southampton. Yeah, everyone knew he wasn't gonna go to the underground with Southampton when they went down. But what like bro, like I've been keeping quiet about the United manager appointment for a reason. I wanted to speak about it here. Me personally, bro, uh, there's no excitement for me. Like I know they speak well about him,
Mm.
but there's parallels, man. There's parallels between our former manager and this guy.
Yeah.
You understand? He's coming from a league where it has like prospects because the Portuguese league or so it's
Yeah.
big names or it's better players to bigger leagues, right?
Mm.
And there's three teams there, I guess, that challenge for the title each season. Sporting is not I think it's the third biggest in Portugal when you compare it to Porto and Benfica. Ajax is the biggest, right? This is I guess quote unquote up and coming manager. You always this Tena because of his age, but he was also quote unquote up and coming manager. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
but for me, there's parallels, bro, and I feel like even United fans are scared to get excited, you know,
Yeah.
because I think we are a bit traumatized by I guess, the last bit of the Ten Hag era, you know, like
Mm.
the in the last season as well as this one as well. We are quite terrorized, but I really hope this manager doesn't sacrifice his beliefs and get sucked into, I guess, trying to fix Man United, you know,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
just for a quick fix. Do you understand? Stick
For
to your
results.
principles, bro. Yeah, stick to your principles. Maybe it can get bad. Maybe there'll be losses, but stick to your principles. Play that 3-4-3 or what 5-3 or whatever. What was it 5-2-3? I guess, yeah. If you wanna
Mm.
make it a back five, back three, you know, play that formation, bro. Don't accommodate certain players who've been there for I don't know how many managers Man United had, like Rashford and Luke Shaw. How many managers and Lindelof? They've been there for like three
So
managers, you
many of
know.
them, bro.
Um, Dog, he's got to be there at Man United and put his imprint on the team, bro. And like, cause at the end of the day, you're gonna suffer with your job, you know, for these players
Mm.
who I guess have been disappointing managers over and over and over. But what's your take, Maji, on Ruben Amorim?
Um, Obviously, we've had, I think Arsenal played against them last season in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Well, no, was it FC, was it Porto? We played Porto, ne?
No, it
Now we
was
played Porto last
no the
season. I
Sporting.
think it was, I think it was
Sporting.
Europa League or something when you played them.
Nah, you I think you played them. You might have played them twice. No, you played them in the Europa League 2 seasons ago when they knocked you out. I
Yeah, two
remember.
seasons
Yeah,
ago we played it,
with
and I
Ramsdale.
think
Yeah,
we lost. We actually lost against them 2-0. They knocked us out of the Europa League. Yeah, he has quite a couple of good players in his team. Obviously, with the obvious one being the striker, Victor. What's his surname?
Gyökeres,
Kaikores.
Gyökeres.
Yeah, Kaikores, the Swedish striker. He's been decent ever since joining Sporting. And one thing I want the United fans to be patient about, or like not to worry about or shout about, is if Ruben goes back to Sporting Lisbon and he gets his couple of players from there that he had, they shouldn't worry. They shouldn't complain about that, because any other manager fair to. I mean, Ten Hag did it. He was at Ajax. He went to Man United. He got a couple of players that he trusted from Ajax who actually performed for him. We all know that they didn't perform in the Premier League. So if
No,
Ruben does the same thing, they shouldn't like complain, because the guy just got there. Obviously, you will take the place that he trusts first, that he's worked with before, and maybe from then on, he can start, scouting other leagues and scouting other teams for those type of players. And he obviously will have someone above him who's going to help him in the transfer market as well. Um, and I think, looking at the squad that you have, United, I think you guys are suitable for the back three. Um, with Maguire has to be starting, definitely. He has to be
but wait,
starting.
sorry.
He has to be. He has to be
Everyone has
starting.
been yeah. Everyone is discounting and asking themselves, can we play in the back? There's a lot of players that played in the back three there. Like England were playing in the back three. Maguire was leading
Yeah,
that basically. You know, Bruno
yeah,
Fernandes under Ruben. Who's this guy? Roberto Martinez in Portugal. They started in the back three. So this Rashford as well played in the back three. So I'm not too worried about can they play in the back three, but obviously I know it takes time to adjust to, you know.
yeah.
But it's
And
safety first, safety first.
and this formation, I think that back three or back five, whatever it is, might be the one that gets the best out of Alessandro Martinez, because that guy, I think this season he hasn't been good. He has a bad start to the season. Obviously, his bad tackles. He's lucky to escape red cards twice already in the past, I think, 3 or 4
Yeah,
games.
that
Yeah,
was a
but
red card at Chelsea.
yeah.
I saw the picked out the red card clean. Yeah,
So, okay. So yeah, I think that formation will get the best out of Lisandro, gets the best out of Maguire as well, because Maguire, funny enough, he's the one defender that actually performs for United. Every single time he gets a chance, he performs. You understand? So I can see a back three of Lisandro Martinez, Maguire, and with Delete. Delete will definitely start. Nah, he hasn't really like performed, but yeah, like what can he do? You bought him for big money, and he will start. He will get to play, and I think the back three also might also like get him enough help so that he can start performing, putting in those at least 7 out of 10s, 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, well, but then again, what happens now is what's going to happen to the attacking players, because we all know once you play a back three or back five, you still have your full backs creating the width, and then it's all about playing the striker and what winger is going to miss out. Because we know
Yeah, and we've got
Bruno Fernandes will start because he is the
for
captain.
sure, for sure,
Yeah, boy.
for sure, for sure. Nah, that's even me, dog. I don't have the best knowledge of this manager, right? Even of the Portuguese league to even talk about it. So, but I have noticed that he plays like a 10 in that,
Yeah,
striker up top, 10 and a one winger. So
yeah.
we'll see how that goes, and we'll see. A lot of players will miss out, but it is what it is. But I just want new fullbacks, because the ones we have, I guess on the left hand side, they won't be
Yeah,
able to do
left
the
hand
job.
side is a problem.
Luke Shaw will fucking get injured playing up and down
But
in
fair
three
to
weeks'
like
time,
also
bro.
like managers, there's the success rate of managers coming from Portugal and coaching in England is quite high, actually, because you think Mourinho, you think Nuno Esperanto, now Ruben. I think Ruben will be fine as long as he's backed and he doesn't like lose his principles, or he needs to stick to his football ideas as well. So I think uh, we will have to see, man. I think the United fans just have to be patient. That's all.
Yeah, so legendary. Yeah, we spoke about United, the United manager. I think was a big talking point. Let me just run through the results from last week. Obviously, from the weekend. Sorry. Obviously, you guys kicked it off. Arsenal, afternoon game. Hey, 1-0 to the Newcastle. Then Liverpool, Brighton, 2-1 to Liverpool. They came back there in that game.
Mm.
Ipswich, Leicester, 1-1. I saw it. The Leicester scored like in the 92nd minute. Are you, dog?
Yeah.
Of all people, are you? Bournemouth, Man City, Bournemouth 2-1. Southampton, Everton. Southampton got points out there. Nottingham Forest, West Ham, 3-0 to Nottingham Forest. The Nuno that you just mentioned.
Mm.
Wolves, Palace, 2-2. Spurs came back against Villa to win 4-1, and then obviously it was no, United Chelsea 1-1, and Fulham came back again to beat Brentford
Yeah.
2-1. I want to speak about Man City, my G, like quickly, bro, because yeah, we speak about Man City, but it's very seasonal in the
Mm.
episodes, yeah, bro. Me personally, dog, I think they can definitely still win the title. I still have them as my pick to win the title, but I can see by Woku, or right now, let me speak it in English. Right now, the cycle that they have for the players is ending, bro. Like they have to rejuvenate the squad and have a big overhaul, right?
Mm.
Because they almost, I guess, the midfielders rather. The defense is very solid still,
Mm.
and they've got good players out there. Obviously, some experienced. They don't have young centre backs, so that's the thing. Yeah, only Cavadio really, now. But the
Yeah.
midfield, bro, is very experienced, right? Very experienced. They can win finals. They can go to the furthest point in the
Yeah.
season. Semi-finals, finals. But I think they've run their course at Man City now. It's time to rejuvenate now. It's time to rejuvenate. Uh, Gundogan, I don't know why they brought him back. I really don't know why they brought him back. Bernardo Silva doesn't look as clinical right now. Phil Foden, player of the season, was being used as, I don't even understand why. Okay, I got maybe he had a long season added with the Euros because they went to the finals,
Mm.
but they left him out for so long. I don't understand that. Rodri ACL. Okay, no, he'll come back. Probably still be a pivotal part in the system. But Kevin De Bruyne, dog, always injured. Kevin De Bruyne, always injured.
Yeah,
I want to say I want to say you can't count on him really, because it's getting to that point now where he's always injured. In I guess right now, still it's not that important, but still a pivotal part of the season.
yeah.
Jack Grealish, Man City fan must be honest. Jeff season, be honest, bro, about Jack Grealish. You can't count on him. Doku, I'm counting the attackers now as well. Doku, indifferent. Savinho looks a bit indifferent. So that's why I'm saying, I don't know. Listen, I think they need a big overhaul at the end of the season. And maybe we might see it because they're getting a new sporting director to work with Pep for maybe another season. What's your take on it, Maji?
Do you know, dog, like, I feel like this is something that we always talk about every season at this stage of the season about Man City, how their players are reaching the end of the cycle, and, they need to rejuvenate the team and buy new players. But you're actually right, Peter. They need to freshen up that squad, Peter. They do really need to freshen up the squad because, as you said, it's obvious they can't depend on KDB anymore. KDB is not getting any younger. He's always injured. Um, because most of the games they win anyway without a KDB. So I feel like that's someone they can afford to lose KDB. Like he can go to Saudi and play in Saudi for one of these teams, and then they can get someone else like Florian Wirtz or even Musial. You understand? Rodrigo, Rodri will be fine. ACL, obviously, you're never the same coming back from the ACL, but I think you'll be fine next season. But the thing is with Man City, they're always conceding, man. They're not they're not really strong defensively, you know. And once you play out you play beyond the first press, first line of pressure, you can get at Man City. That's if you're brave enough as well, and you have like players that are very good individually. We can take on players, but once you get at the defense, they're wide open for you to, even though they have so much experience at the back. But I don't know what's going on, but those guys are always conceding. All the games that I've watched from them, they're always conceding. Even against teams like Ipswich, they've conceded. You understand? So Walker, that guy is washed up. Walker, every single time players attack on the right hand side, he's always wide open. He's like the N2 pies. He's a freeway. Players just go in and out. And on Saturday, did they play Saturday? They play
Saturday,
Saturday.
yeah, evening.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
didn't have a good game, Kyle Walker, and it's quite obvious from Man City fans as well on the social media that they're going into Kyle Walker. But okay, Ulriko Lewis should be starting now. I think who's this guy? Walker has run his race. I think now he can be a squad player, but I think to now it's Rico Lewis's turn. You understand? Because now he's not bad defensively, and he's much better than Kyle Walker on the ball as well. And I feel like he will have enough cover behind him, Rico Lewis, with Ruben Diaz, Akanji, and who's this guy? Uvadio.
so
Uvadio is a
yeah,
very good player, fit. That guy is very good, fit. Now that I get to watch him week in, week out, I'm so impressed by him. Obviously, we all knew that he's a very good player, but
the guy.
we don't really watch Bundesliga like that. But now, ever since he got to England, he's been stepping up for Man City when it's needed the most. If the strikers can't score, he's the one that's scoring the goals, whether it be long range goals, headers in the box. He does it all, fit. You understand? So he's the one shining light for Man City this season, besides Haaland. Foden hasn't been delivering. He's been ghosting all these games with Foden. That's the same Foden that we saw last season, the player of the season. So he needs to step up. Udoku, he's not a Man City player, Udoku. Why is there? I don't know. He should be playing for Fulham, or he should be playing for Nottingham Forest or something. That guy is not a top six winger. He's poor, and every single time he has a good performance, it's against a right back who's like in his 30s. You see, so Man City feel to, like, I don't know, man. Like, for me, still I don't see them winning the league. To be honest, bro, I don't see them winning the league.
Mm.
They can finish second,
Nah,
yes, with the experience that they have, but
also
nah, dog.
yeah, the question is, will they be there for sure? Are they quality? Because I mean, still quality players. I mean, we've
Yeah,
always have
they'll
this
still
chat. You're
challenge.
right, bro. We always have this chat, you know. But it seems like even now, like I almost seems like obviously I know they're playing now. They could be Sporting, you know, even
Mm.
comfortably. But in the Premier League, they're almost running out of ideas because like even against the I want running back to the Arsenal game. They kind of look spooked, but why we're not scoring against
Mm.
10 men? You understand?
Exactly.
So even and like you even mentioned, like they sometimes they go goal down. I think like even against Fulham, did they go goal? Did they go goal down against Fulham? I can't remember, but it
Yeah.
just yeah, man. They just sometimes they look like they don't have ideas, and now even Pep having to rely on Matheus Nunes. Nah,
Mm.
come on. Do you
And
understand? Like
and
I
they're
mean,
playing Martinez Nunes out wide on the left hand side. So what does it say about
yeah.
Udoku? If a centre mid is playing out wide on the left, what does it say about Udoku or Grealish and them? Yeah, bro?
Now Grealish must. I've been saying for 2 years now. Ask for love back from Aston Villa, dog. I don't know whether you're gonna get it back, but ask for love back from Aston Villa,
It's actually
bro.
the perfect time to go back to Aston Villa.
Do you understand? Do you understand? Ask for love back, my G. But yeah,
But
you
also,
guys also big dog.
I just wanna
Yeah.
shout out to Bournemouth. Let's not forget to applaud FC Bournemouth for the performance fair too. That coach is doing something in that team. He's beaten the big dogs at what to call it at Vitality Park. He's beaten us.
Yeah.
He's beaten Man City, and I think he drew against someone. I don't know, but he's doing quite well in that team, Fade, and they played well against Man City. They should have beaten those guys about 3 or 4-0 actually, because Usemenu had a good
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Van Nelson had a good game as well, and obviously the Man City were able to score one goal, and they were able to hold out for the win. So shout out to Bournemouth.
Shout out to Bournemouth, bro. Let's go to you next, bro. I don't know whether you share the same sentiments of your fan base where you were like, yo, this is a stale, very stale and like frustrating performance, and you point all the fingers at Mikel because people are pointing their fingers at Mikel. But what do you say, my G, with regards to that one? Was it just a bad day
Uh,
at the office? What was going on? My
I'm in
bad.
agreement with those fans. One thing I don't agree with them is Arteta out. I'm not agreeing with that. But yeah, I think
Yeah, yeah. No,
Mikel.
no. But sorry,
Mi, mi,
Big Dog. I don't think a fan who is sensible, who's not
dog,
clickbait, who's not rational, is saying Arteta out. It's just a bad, you know.
dog.
But obviously,
I
you can
hate
point
my
to the manager. Yeah,
I hate our fan base fit, but yeah, like Mikel fit, I think for this one, he has to take blame for it. I think we look very stale fit. Like we can't create anything, dog. I think the past 3 games we can barely create anything. And if Saka is not the one creating, there's no one else who's able to create. Martinelli gets locked up by wingers, the right backs, players making their debuts. And then we have who's this guy? Trossard. He hasn't been playing well as well. He's, I don't know, Fate. I think Mikel has to burn this idea of playing Trossard in the centre midfield. If you're gonna play someone in the midfield, just put the young Nwaneri in. This was a perfect time to start Nwaneri Fate in the Premier League, because he seems to be the one shining light.
sorry, Big Dog. Sorry, Big Dog. Whenever I hear about Trossard now, I just think the Serie A awaits now, bro. Gonna be a starter.
I won't
The
lie.
Serie A.
I'm with you on that one. I think AS Roma is calling for him. Fit. I can see him at Roma, or even at what's his club, Atalanta. But honestly, Fit, the
Bro,
guy hasn't done anything the past few games as well, dog. Like Usaka can't do it alone every single week, every single weekend. He's doing it alone. Usaka just came back from injury. In his first game back from injury, he scored against Liverpool. Against Newcastle, we could have played 100 more minutes, Fit. We still wouldn't have scored. We still wouldn't have scored, dog.
can can I ask you this, because now it's also been a chat, right? Do you feel like the like bringing in Moreno, Calafiori, and Raheem Sterling only in this pivotal, I guess, season where you say it's time to win the league was enough?
Yeah.
Or when you look back at it, or can you think you should have done more, maybe
I,
even creatively?
I think I tweeted this on deadline day that I'm looking at Edu Fani now, like because dog, this is the one time where we had to go out there, get whoever Mikel Arteta wants, bam, money, get the player in, another one, money, get the player in. We start challenging from the onset, from game one, we start challenging. Because dog, like going to the because Edu told us not to worry and we should be excited. Excited for what? Fit for Raheem Sterling, dog. Just to get Raheem Sterling on deadline day. Like I don't mind Marino. Marino is a quality player for me. I don't mind him. Obviously, he wasn't my first choice, but yeah, we got him in, and he's not a bad footballer. He's actually decent. He's good fit. But who's Sterling, dog? Out of all the wingers that Mikel Arteta wants, who's Sterling? And the guy barely plays anyway. When last you see Raheem Sterling play a match for Arsenal? No, but against
Yeah,
Preston North End. I feel like this
yeah, but
game against Newcastle, he could have gone on fair to Trossard and Martinelli had shit games. You understand? This is the one season, like the one time where it said the league is out there for us to go get it. Fair to all you have to do, go get a Nico Williams, go get I don't know a Florian Wirtz type of player. You know, someone who if Odegaard is off form or Saka is off form, they'll be able to carry the team on the back and score goals and perform every single weekend. Yeah, well, Calafiori is a
yeah,
good buy as well, but I'm not happy about
nah, it's a
Sterling,
good
man,
buy.
because Sterling barely plays anyway. So why did we buy him? Whose buy was it? Was it Edu's one, or was it Arteta's idea? Yeah, bro.
Who we need to find out now that an inquiry now that Edu's leaving as to
Yeah,
who's been
yeah,
buying the player from Chelsea. Do you understand?
yeah.
Who's been
Because
saying let's go
it
buy
doesn't make
Chelsea?
sense, man. But
Yeah.
hopefully, but
So
hopefully now with Odegaard being back, things will start to click once again. We can start to have our proper midfield with Rice, Odegaard. I don't know who's going to mess up between Party and
Merino.
Merino, but we'll see. It's still a long season, but I don't believe we're out of the title race, dog. I would rather be trailing 7 points to Liverpool than to Man City. Yeah, well, but
Hey, bro, it's
we far away from being out of the title race.
yeah, no, like I mean, 3 games changes like a whole mood in the club nowadays, you know.
Yeah,
Um, so what you're saying is true, you know. I mean, even Chelsea, let's say Chelsea beat you guys in the coming weekend, they can be in the
mm,
premature or early stages title talk. But let's speak about the team that's first, Liverpool. Hey, dog, they've conceded the yeah. The least goals, second least is Nottingham Forest. Shout out Nottingham Forest. Shout out Nuno, who's
yeah,
been a defensively solid manager for, I guess, at Wolves, not at Tottenham. But yeah, shout out to them. Defense on lock. Uh, Goals that they scored. The second, yeah, the second. Nah, no, not the second most. But in the top four there as well.
mm,
This Liverpool team, we spoke about Arnold Slot's impact last season, so I'm not going to drag it too much. We're still seeing it now. They don't panic too much when they concede goals because now everything is more possession orientated. You know, more
yeah,
possession orientated. So you will create chances, obviously, and structured chances where you actually have clear cut chances at goal. You know, when you play like
mm,
this, because you literally carving teams open, and when you have the quality that they still have going forward, chances are you against most Premier League teams, I guess maybe not
yeah,
the upper echelon. We'll see those ones, you know, that you
mm,
would win, right? But I don't know, man. Like shout out to them is what I was saying, bro. Right now, shout out to them. But I, and I also think they're not talking about them being clear cut favorites or disrespecting Arsenal. I see Arsenal fans saying that disrespecting Liverpool, saying they'll rather be chasing Liverpool than chasing Man City, which is a crazy
yeah.
statement because Liverpool, if they keep going, they'll win it basically, you know. But I think that they also realizing that as much as we first, um, it's still for us making that top three, top two, you know, challenging rather than saying we're gonna win it. But
I
what as a yeah
I think they quite enjoy this position they're in, and I'm not talking about being in first, like being more of the under the radar type of team in this title race. because everyone seems to be focusing on Man City and Arsenal, and they're just going about the job, getting win after win after win. But yeah, I think they'll like this position that they're in, and they like the attention being more towards the top two from last season, and they'll just carry on doing the job. And they're doing quite well, Fit. I can't even hate on that. Whether they're playing weak teams, it's none of our business. For it's how the fixture was set out. Because they're going to get a period where they have to play difficult teams or teams in the top 10 back to back to back, you understand? And we'll see how they fare again in those type of games where they get really tested now
Well,
by
Well, they played. They played. You guys. They drew. Always tough going against Arsenal. I don't care what Arsenal team it is. We don't make excuses about injuries. Then they beat Brighton, who was beaten some of the I guess the bigger teams in the league this season. Always tough. But let's see how they do, big dog. Let's see how they do.
and
But we
also
have
maybe
to. We have
and,
to.
and also
Yeah.
like hopefully they'll have the depth as well to manage this whole title race thing or
Yeah.
up until the
Yeah.
end of the season or May at least. Yeah, well, because I think that's the one big worry about them. If they have enough depth, if Trent gets injured or Salah gets injured, are they able now to perform at the same level with the players coming off the
Even
bench
even
or
even
yeah,
even
well,
even in midfield, do they have enough depth? Because
exactly.
Curtis Jones, shout out Curtis Jones, shout out to him for being an academy project, but he's another season, one more season, and he must make a choice whether I want to be a first team player or or just a squad player. Yeah.
Away.
So yeah, but shout out to Nottingham Forest. I know they're not in any title talk, but shout out to them. Shout out to Chris Wood. He's up there with the top scorers, bro.
That
If
guy,
you cross it to that guy,
Ununo was almost sacked last season. Fed. He was almost sacked last season. From going from that to now being the top four and performing the way they're performing this season, obviously having the biggest cup of them all, beating Liverpool they got beaten at Anfield, ne?
yeah,
Yeah, and the players are performing. Chris Wood, the main target man in the team, is performing. Elanga, Gibbs White, who's this
Hudson
guy?
Odoi scored there.
Hudson
Hudson,
Odoi
yeah,
as
this
well. They're
even
playing.
sorry, I want to shout this. Sorry, I want to shout out this boy, Elliot Anderson, who they signed from Newcastle. Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
wizard,
He
bruh.
can
Like an
play.
English wizard.
He can play. He
Yeah,
can
English
play. He
wizard.
can play.
But I want to say Nottingham Forest, but they remind me of Chipper United. I don't know why. I just guess because they get the most random players. They get the most random players, and they get like a random coach in. But sometimes it'll work for a certain amount of time. It'll work there. But if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But this time around, it
It's
will work.
either
But
it's
also,
either it works quite
yeah.
well or it's bad. Like it goes really bad for with them with those type of projects.
Yeah, but also I don't know how it's gonna move now because Edo's going over to that side and hitting up that. I don't know what they called. The Nottingham. I'll call them the Greek group because their owner is Greek right now. Yeah, bro. But I don't know how it's gonna work. Maybe with Edu, that's a big coup. If he's coming from Arsenal, they
Yeah,
put him
yeah.
in some CEO type position out there. Yeah, bro.
I think
So
you
make
run like the whole organization, like in terms of being the main guy, and then you have all these teams under him as well. I think it's quite similar to what Klopp is, but I think Klopp is more on the
yeah.
technical side, and I think Klopp is more on the technical side and like running the philosophy or whatever it is of the club.
Sorry, big
Of
dog.
the,
I wanted to ask you about that Jurgen Klopp one. Shout out to him. Wonderful position. But do you feel like he's running from the coaching grind?
I feel like he is, Nafid. There's no other way to explain it. Jurgen Klopp is running away from the grind. Yeah, you can say he's tired and all of that. I mean, you can take a sabbatical affair to go out for one season, just chill, go to Miami, go to Japan, go have some time with the family, and then come back again and start competing. But I feel like he's running away from the grind and he can't take it anymore, Fit. But I guess that's what challenging Pep does to you as a manager, Fit. But he could have gone to like another league. I mean, Madrid is there. Madrid is there, Fit. Carlo Ancelotti is not going to stay for a long time. He can go to Madrid and challenge
Even
Hansi Flick. Pa.
e- uh, even Bayern will be there. I'm sure it will be there over time. Bayern will definitely be there.
Yeah,
But I think he's got a clause saying that if Germany come in for me, I can go. But that even that was running from the grind because I mean, Jurgen Klopp is still one of the most spoken about managers for you to just, you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think so.
but the move for him makes sense, like to run like the Red Bull Group and all of stuff. It makes sense for it, like so much sense. It's a perfect fit.
Yeah. And there's Red Bulls all over the world now because I even see them wanting to get Torino into some sort of partnership. Leeds as well as
Yeah,
there. They've got a team in Brazil, Austria, Germany as well. You know, even in America.
I think they
But
got one in Ghana, if I'm not mistaken. Or they do
Ghana
want to
as
get
well,
one
ne?
in Ghana. Yeah.
Ghana as well. And then now, okay, I'm just gonna run through just the I think the biggest fixture this weekend is obviously you and Chelsea big dog Gabo. Speaking of
Yeah.
Chelsea. Woo Liverpool and Villa also playing this weekend, dog. Well, that's
Whoa,
another lovely
that's a
game.
big one. That's a big
Nah.
one.
There's lovely games. There's lovely games. Let me just the big ones first. Brighton City. Okay, that's a nice game. Liverpool Villa. Then obviously you guys Sunday wrapping it up. Chelsea Arsenal. There's also Nottingham Newcastle. There's United Leicester. Crystal Palace Fulham. Brentford, Bournemouth, West Ham, Everton, Wolves, Southampton. That's a 6-pointer. Trench's 6-pointer. That Wolves, Southampton. That's a 6-pointer. Yeah, those are the games. And also, big dog. I think if if West Ham drop points against Everton at home, nah, that guy's getting fired. He's not
Yes,
gonna
he gets
take it.
sacked. I'm surprised he was not sacked like after the game against Nottingham Forest. That guy should be sacked a long time already. And I can actually see
Yeah.
Graham Potter going to West Ham.
Yeah, it's time for them to get a project manager in. He was not the right guy, man.
He
He just
was never
wasn't
the
the right
perfect fit
guy.
for them. Fit never.
Big dog, what? Just before we wrap it up, what does the back three say about the Ballon d'Or? For me, I don't care. Honestly, I didn't even watch those awards, bro. Because I
I
feel
mean,
for my sorry, big dog, my my perspective on the Ballon d'Or was tainted a long time ago. Like it was tainted like
yeah.
let's say 4 or 5 years ago. So I don't really care about it now. It's all opinion based. Who's the best player now? It's just your opinion against my opinion, and let's leave it as is. What do you
I
say?
mean, Rodri, like he had a good season. Yeah, he was good for Man City. He's a very important player for Man City, and he was the captain for Spain as well. No, not captain for Spain, vice captain for Spain in the in the Euros. So yeah, he had a good performance there as well. But what I want to know is, what's the difference to what Rodri was doing this season or last season compared to what Jorginho was doing at Chelsea when they won the Champions League and he won the Euros for Italy. And he didn't win the Ballon d'Or. So what's the difference? Those in charge of the Ballon d'Or and stuff. And so I don't know. Those awards for me, I don't know, man. Unless Messi wins it, and then yeah. But when it comes to other players, man, I don't feel like they're being fair. But yeah, that's just my fit. What do I know?
Yeah, what do we know, dog? Let's leave it at that one. What do we know? But yeah, guys, thank you for watching the show. Please, guys, press the subscribe button, like us across all platforms, and I guess let's wrap it up there, dog.
Away, dog. Road to 150 subs. Safeties.
Peace.
Bitch, I be leaning, I tell ya. Bitch, I be leaning, I tell it's up. Bitch, I be leaning, I tell them. Bitch, I be, yeah. Bitch, I be leaning.